been through the rules with you. Okay, just listen to my call at all time. I say break, break. Okay, touch gloves, come out fighting.
Johnny Cav, semi-main event, and it does not get much bigger than this for the Australian title, WBC super lightweight title up for grabs. We've got fighting into the blue corner all the way down from New South Wales. Michael Bedardo in the corner from the Full Force Gym. Joe Killer Concha, 37 fights, 24 wins, taking on Victoria's own young bull Eric Miskle, 23 fights, 17 wins, 5 3-minute rounds, full tie rules. Big thanks to Midas Insurance, mate. This is mouth-watering main event.
Yeah, absolutely, Johnny. A testament to the quality of fights we've had here this evening, that this is a semi-main event. This is obviously main event status on any fight card around Australia. Two great exponents under Thai rules.
Yeah, Eric Miskle's had a huge year, but Joe Killer Concha has done what a lot of people haven't been able to do, and he's fought Dane Daddy Cool Beecham twice and beaten him twice. And that is the quality of what we've got here. The boy from New South Wales, the boys from the Full Force Gym have had a big 2012 and 2013. And of course, Michael Badass Bedardo over in the corner, the man with elbows aplenty.
Yeah, absolutely, almost becoming the trademark of the Full Force Gym. Expect Killer Joe Concha to just feel out a little bit Eric Miskle, and then given the opportunity, he will let it rip. We know that.
Last time we saw Joe Concha down in Melbourne was on the side Nash's Rebellion Muay Thai, the Super 8. Took on Roy Wills in the first of the Super 8 fights. Unfortunately, didn't get the win. But great to see him back in centre ring. But this is quality here, mate.
Slapping low kicks from both fighters to tie up in the first clinch of the bout.
Height and reach advantage going away very Miskle. So Eric's had 23 fights with 17 wins. Joe Concha 37 fights, 24 wins.
Joe just missing mark with a couple of kicks. Still working out his range. Once again, misses with that low kick.
This is for the WBC super lightweight Australian title. Big thanks once again, George Kolovos, in association with the WBC, Brute Force Promotions. This is Brute Force 24 Gladiators, and that's what we have here in centre ring.
Oh, good couple of punch combinations from Killer Joe Concha.
Eric Miskle looking like he was about to set up for the elbows. Eric Miskle always in peak fighting condition, mate. He's an absolute specimen there in centre ring.
Yeah, absolutely. Always comes 110% into centre ring.
Laos 2 in the corner. Had Eric Miskle under his wing since his first fights. Of course, Laos 2, one of the stalwarts of the Victorian fight scene at the Melbourne Taekwondo Centre out there, Young Bulls Gym in Dandenong. 10 seconds to go in this first round.
Working, guys.
Good show of strength from Eric Miskle, just spins Joe Concha around.
Big thank you too to Midas Insurance getting behind this semi-main event.
Thank you. Right, guys. Okay, fight!
Round 2 WBC Super Lightweight Australian title up for grabs, proudly brought to you by Midas Insurance Brokers. 1300 664 272 or midas.net.au. Beautiful catch and takedown there from Joe Killer Concha.
Yeah, classic execution of technique by Joe Concha. Eric, though, quickly back on his feet.
Switch up left there from Eric. Both these boys, very explosive fighters.
Keep working it.
Look how high Eric Miskle drives that knee into the rib cage, almost into the armpit of Joe Concha.
Yeah, and also looked like he was trying to work away at the hip bone as well. This is Joe Concha taking some big scalps of recent times. Said he's the only fighter to take on Dane Daddy Cool twice and beat him twice, which was the first one put a lot of people on notice, and the second one just confirmed the status of where he stands in the Australian super lightweight rankings.
Yeah, well, it's credit to the Full Force gym that really, within the last 18 months, both Joe Concha and Miskle Vs have really come to the fore on the Muay Thai scene in Australia, and become virtually household names in the fight community.
Mate, they have traditionally up in Sydney was very much a kickboxing community. That's where the Full Force boys made their name. But when they switched over to the Full Thai rules, Miskle Vs, we've seen him take some absolutely huge scalps, and he loves it. And he's a very popular fighter up in Queensland on John Wayne Parr's Cage Muay Thai series. We've seen him slice and dice Mark Luciari a couple of times up as well. Just a very tough boy, and just does not stop walking forward. Of course, he fought down here as well against Masih Nuristani as well, and I think knocked him out in the first round.
Yeah, which is no mean feat, that's for sure.
Back in centering, both these boys unloading.
That's better work from Joe, finding the mark with that low kick. Tries the teep as well.
It's the work rate on both of these boys, but at the moment Eric Miskle on the front foot, step up elbow.
There's attempted crossing elbow from Joe Concha. It's funny how it usually only takes one fighter to throw an elbow, and then the other immediately counters with an elbow of his own.
Yeah, it's, the intentions are quite clear. Again, Eric Miskle just walking forward, jumping elbow there from Joe Concha to end the second round.
Guys, you're right. Okay.
Round 3, semi-main event, proudly brought to you by Midas Insurance. Eric Miskle from Young Bulls Gym down here in Melbourne. And Joe Killer Concha from the Full Force Gym in Blacktown up there in New South Wales. Worthy of the WBC super lightweight title.
Good work by our referee, Mark Cook, just to try and get both fighters away from the ropes. Eventually steps in, separates them back into centre ring. Judges for this bout, Nigel Wilson, Rick Balich and Dip Yuan Jit.
Yeah, great to see Crew Dip down here as well. Eric Miskle always looks to be the first one to use the elbows.
That's a bit of work from Joe Concha, slapping low kick to the lead leg of Miskle.
Said Eric's got that height and reach advantage on his side, but tell you what, it's not phasing Joe Concha at all. Right above us in the commentary position.
We can almost read the tattoo on the right rib cage of Joe Concha. Looks to me to be along the lines of a prayer.
Okay, break.
Mark Cook doing a good job officiating in centre ring.
Oh, bad intentions from Miskle. Step up elbow.
Yeah, nice work there from Concha.
Switch up left kick from Eric Miskle. Oh, jumping teep. So I have a fighter look to you, Johnny, at this stage to have the power to hurt the other one.
Mate, both these boys are the supreme athletes, and they're beautifully conditioned.
Worn some pretty heavy shots, but neither really flinched so far. So
you did point out in between rounds as well, bit of a hematoma appearing on the right shin of Eric Miskle, but it's not phasing him. He's still kicking with bad intention with that right shin, and good body shots there from Joe Concha.
Break.
And you know what, Johnny Kev, we're dying moments of this third round, but both boys look like they've just started in centre ring.
Yeah, absolutely. Testament to their fitness, Johnny. They're not really gasping for air at all.
Both boys starting to bring out the elbows here in this third round.
Just a little bit of a slip from Miskle in the red corner. Works his way out of there.
Yeah, great third round, proudly brought to you by Midas Insurance Brokers. 3 down, 2 to go. Semi-main event WBC Super Lightweight title.
Legs to the wall, floor's white. Okay, right guys. Okay. Fight!
Penultimate round, round 4, semi-main event WBC Super Lightweight Australian title up for grabs. We were saying just in between rounds, Johnny Kev Laos too, he was imploring Eric Miskle to start throwing the elbows in nice and close.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting to the business end of this bout. Only 2 rounds to go.
Keep working it.
And big shout out to Midas Insurance Brokers, global solutions for the sporting industry, getting behind this semi-main event.
Really, it comes down to who wants the title more.
But very even on my scorecards at the moment. Joe Concha, though, continually walking forward.
Probably Eric Miskle just been slightly more effective and a little bit busier in the clinch. Working those knees. Oh, look at that tempted crossing elbow. But Concha counters with a good straight right hand.
Beautiful knee there from Miskle.
Knee elbow combo from Joe Concha.
Right.
Eric Miskle looks like he might have been cut just under the left eye. I think he might have also been an accidental head clash there as well.
Yeah, just waiting for Eric to turn around so we can get a good look.
Joe Concha working the leg kicks. Miskle goes high. Another nice low kick there from the killer, Joe Concha.
Yeah, good work by Joe just to work himself off the ropes there.
Yeah, a bit of swelling appearing under the left eye of Eric Miskle.
Yeah, luckily, well, it's not a cut, obviously, a big welt at this stage.
Keep working it, guys.
Concha almost having to lift himself off the mat to drive those knees into the rib cage of Miskle.
Yeah, Eric was just taking a bit of a breather there in the grapple. Oh, spinning. A Taekwondo spinning back kick there from Eric Miskle pulled it. Of course, he's from the Melbourne Taekwondo Centre, which is young bulls, but that's just spurred on Joe Concha.
Yeah, he upset him because he connected flush with that spinning back kick. Stopped Joe Concha in his tracks as he continues to push forward on Eric Miskle.
And look at the outside lead leg of Eric Miskle. Joe Concha's got beautiful foot imprint there on the lead thigh, and there he is chopping away at it again. And I'll tell you what, if Joe continues that in the 5th round, chopping away at the legs of Eric Miskle, he might be able to get him down. But I'll tell you what, Johnny Kev, 4 down, 1 to go. A sensational semi-main event. Here we go, the 5th and final round for semi-main event WBC Super Lightweight Australian title up for grabs, brought to you by Midas Insurance. And a very relaxed and composed blue corner Joe Concha sitting there in between rounds.
Good sportsmanship from both fighters to acknowledge each other as they commence the final round here. Once again, we're coming to you live from the Coburg Town Hall Brute Force 24 Gladiators.
Yeah, mate, we've got 60 fights experience here in centering between the two boys. So these are two of the boys at the top of the rankings in the super lightweight division. Full credit to George Kolovos for putting this one on. In between rounds, Michael Bedardo was imploring for Joe Concha to chop away at the lead leg of Eric Miskle.
Yeah, that's exactly what Joe is doing at the moment. He moves in, tries a left hook. Oh, straight right hand, 2 in succession. Straight through the guard of Eric Miskle.
Good work from Eric to get out of the corner. Joe was trying to bottle him up. I think Eric's hurt his leg with that low kick as well.
Sharp boxing skills from Joe Concha. Where's those teeps from Eric Miskle? Doesn't even flinch.
Mate, tell you what, the boys from Full Force Gym, they're tough boys. They're up in New South Wales. Get out and see the Bedardo brothers.
Once again, where's that front kick?
Looping left there from Joe Concha. Tell you what, the work rate of both these boys, this is the halfway through the fifth and final round. They've been in there for almost 15 minutes, and they look like they could keep going for another 15, such as the conditioning.
Yeah, good work by Eric. Double kicks just to keep Joe Concha as range as just above us in the commentary position. He attempted a jumping, crossing elbow.
And I'll tell you what, every time Eric throws something, Joe's following up that round kick, just trying to take the lead leg out of Eric Miskle. Midas Insurance Brokers getting their money's worth on this one. Semi-main event, Brute Force 24.
Yeah, once again, that front kick teep from Eric Miskle. And Joe now really peppering away at that left leg.
Final 30 seconds!
Yeah, expect the boys to bring it home. Johnny Cav, great sportsmanship from both boys, just touching glove, acknowledging the efforts of each other.
Oh, Miskle really frustrating Joe Concha with that teep, Johnny. Joe continually pushing forward, but great tactic from Eric Miskle.
Every time Joe Concha throws that round kick to the lead thigh of Eric Miskle, Eric just buckles that little bit more. Mate, this one's going to go to the judges. Oh, there you have it, mate. WBC Super Lightweight Australian title is up for grabs.
Yeah.
Mate, a very close fight. I'm glad I'm calling this one and not judging it.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you 100%, my dear colleague.
All right, we got Sam here from Midas Insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. It is a split decision. Rick Berlich had it 50-47 in favour of blue corner. Dip Yunjet had it favour 50-46, red corner. And Nigel Wilson had it 50-49 for your winner and new Australian champion, red corner.
Oh, very close fight, Johnny. A split points victory to Eric Miskle. Commiserations to Joe Concha.